Okay, so I run out that we can probably get this done in the next 3 to 4 to 5 parts. So I'm just gonna rush straight into this. Anyways, what's good, everyone? What is good? Welcome back to the channel with yourself, of course, Machiavelli. Hope y'all having a great day today. And today we're back with another Speedball. Today's Speedball, we are remaking most likely an interior, if I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong, and this could be in house, but whatever it is, I hope y'all enjoy. Thank you for watching, and let's get straight into it because we're so close to the finish line. So in the last part, I talked about how the money heist with Valen and Hayden fell through. Hayden found out. Hayden broke it off with Valen. Valen became a mess. And while that was going on, while this was going on, oh, I forgot to talk about this. Yeah, while this whole situation was going on, let's call again, Vaughn left Rebecca for once. Like, I guess he realized that, he just realized that there's a big chance the reason why Kiko left was because of Rebecca being there, and he knew that if he wants to get Kiko back, he needed to separate himself from Rebecca. So he took that step and he left the apartment and went to go move in with his sister. That happened. And so he ended up moving in with her. And so, well, let's go back to what we're talking about in the last part with Vi. So Vi was got married to Asha, and while she was getting married to Asha, Jarvis, who was the guy that she used to see, the dealer guy, not dealer, I don't know who he is, the guy that just gave her money, and she was offended by that and stopped talking to him. That guy was calling her constantly, and she didn't pick up. So one day she's like, you know what, I'll just answer him to see what he wants, because he's been calling him, like, she's been calling so long, for so much time. So she ended up picking up, and then he tells her that her husband's been cheating on him. And her husband's been cheating on her. And of course she's in shock, like, what do you mean, like, what? But so Jarvis says, meet me at this place, and then I'll show you the evidence that your husband was cheating. So she went ahead and met him at the place, and he had a spread. He had a spread of photos that pretty much documented everything that he was doing. He documented the fact that Asha was going over to this girl's house. He caught a photo of them kissing, caught a photo of them holding hands, and then there was a photo of her recently of her being pregnant. Her being pregnant. It was insane. She was so shocked. She couldn't believe it. Like, her husband, the guy she loves, has her father, her children, is having an affair. It broke her. And actually it broke her, but like it made her stronger. In a sense, she was more on her guard now. But the one thing that she saw, of course, was that the girl is pregnant. And she needed to know if the baby... Because, again, she doesn't know that girl has been. She doesn't know that girl... And that's the only guy... She's only been seeing Asha. She doesn't know she's been seeing, like, the whole neighborhood. She does not know. So she needs to find out first if that's Asha's kid. So, she needed some recruitments. She needs some help. So she went ahead and pretty much called her siblings over, which was Vaughn and Valen, and pretty much showed them the photo. Told her what was going on. And honestly, when I tell you murder was on their mind. Murder, like dead murder, was about to erupt. I just said, I'm surprised. I really thought that, I really thought that, I thought that, Vaughn was gonna go was gonna go and murder Asha when he found out. But no, she had to sit down and said, this is the plan. Like, I need to figure out, like, how we can, like, I don't even know this girl, but, like, maybe, she just needed a plan right now. But while she was looking at, while she was showing the photos to the, like, her siblings, Vaughn recognized her as, like, one of the people that lived in her building. It's like, yeah, Rebecca was actually close with her at the time, like, Rebecca and her were friends, and she remembers her being pregnant, and she had the baby because Rebecca talked about it. So of course everyone was shocked that they, like, he knew the side chick. And so a plan was formed. They needed a DNA sample. Is this illegal? Yes, but they needed one. They needed a DNA sample so she can run a test with Asha to find out if the baby was his or not. So they kind of came to a plan that our guy was going to go undercover. even though he kind of, left Rebecca, he was gonna go back, play her a little bit, just be nice with her a little bit, and try to see if he can, like, visit the other girl's house so he can get DNA samples. That was the plan. And the plan rolled into action. So literally that day, our guy went home, called up Rebecca, talked about how he missed her and how, he wanted to see her again, and how, this and that. And so he said, sure, let's go ahead and hang out. So they went to, I think it was a park they met up. And then she said, oh, I remember that neighbor that, what's called again, was pregnant that time. I wonder how the baby's doing. He's like, can I go like visit her? I just want to like see how she's doing, see like give her congratulations. It was weird. Of course, it was weird and Brecca because they have never talked before or socialized. So I don't know. She doesn't understand why Vaughn wanted to see this girl now, but she ended up took him because of course she wanted to make Vaughn happy at this point. So she took him to the girl's house and she said hello. And while they were doing that, while they were socializing, he went in and met the baby and pretty much got a sample of the baby's DNA illegally. And pretty much the plan was well done. Wait, what is this one for? Yeah, the plan was pretty much well done. It really was. But the thing was, at that time, well, actually, what happened was, my bad, I messed this up. So what happened was, he told Rebecca about the plan, about how he just needed like a DNA sample from her. Maybe not DNA sample. He just told her that he needed to be there and that he just needed her help. And of course, Rebecca was there to help. He wanted to get her back. And so they kind of became like, partners in crime. And so while she was distracting, he got the sample. So that's what happened. My bad. I remember it now. So that happened. So they ended up meeting back in their old apartment where Rebecca resides now. And they were on like, that high of getting the job done. He was happy. She was happy. And Rebecca placed a move on him. Like Rebecca did her thing. And they ended up sleeping with each other that night. Rebecca ended up like seducing him and they ended up sleeping together that night. I honestly thought that Rebecca thought honestly thought at that point Rebecca was back in his life again. I was about to throw my computer window. Fun fact, that wasn't supposed to happen. My plan was actually not to get them back. Like they were gonna get back somehow, but not like that. Like her doing that was totally like off field, but it happened and they sleep with each other and yeah, so that happened that night. Next, friend zoning everyone. I don't remember what happened there. So, what happened there? So, anyways, I think at this point he was my bad. At this point, he did not move out yet with Rebecca. He and Rebecca were still kind of like an item, but again, he had doubts in his mind at this point about Kiko and everything. So he knew he wanted Kiko back, and so at this point, this is when because this is moving out. This is when he moves out, and pretty much after that night, he told her that that last night was fun, but we're not getting back together. I can't do this to myself. Like we're not good for each other. This and that, and he ends up moving out at this point to go live with his sister. Okay, cool. I remember that part. And then at the same time, he also sends the DNA to his sister, and the sister goes ahead and sends the DNA to the lab to find out if Asha's the baby daddy or not. While this is going on, our guy actually the next day gets like a message, pretty much like, because again he kind of moved out, to get Kiko back. He wanted to show a front that he's getting over Rebecca and that he's getting his life together and that he wants her back. But he gets a message pretty much show it like on his Instagram while they were out. While he was out with his sister, he gets pretty much like he pretty much is on his feed and sees that Kiko's posting a photo with her and a stomach, like she's pregnant. And of course she thinks it's his, like, oh my god, Kiko's pregnant with like his baby. He was excited, but it kind of makes no sense because they kind of broke up a while ago. So I don't know how it works, but he just had this thought in his mind that was his and he was excited. But then he actually clicked on her page and saw that she was with some other guy, and so the baby was not his. And when I say like it was like a minute of like, wow, she's gone at this point, like she found somebody else, it hurt a lot. And so he ended up meeting a girl that night named Rico. Nothing really happened. I need to give Rico another makeover. I don't like the makeover gift her, but nothing really happened with Rico. But she ended up meeting Rico, and that was something in herself. But then while he was talking to other girls, he just realized that oh, what am I doing on time? My bad. Okay, 9 minutes. Okay. At this point, he realized that he missed Rebecca. Again, like I said, this people were like, "Oh my God, Rebecca again!" Yes, Rebecca again. So yeah, he literally moved out of the house for like what 2 days, and then realized that he misses Rebecca. So he told her. So pretty much, he's kind of told his sister that he needed help moving back to, like, if he found his own place, he needed help moving back into a place, and that he needed her to come with her, you know. And so she said yes. So when they were moving back, when they're moving his stuff into like the new place, she kind of recognized his old building, thinking maybe it was a new apartment or something. Who knows? But they went into the same exact apartment building, and once she saw Rebecca there, she, like, when I say Valen snapped, because again, like, throughout the years, there's been so much back and forth between Vaughn and Rebecca. It's ridiculously, me retelling this, I'm like, wow, there was a lot of back and forth. There really was. Like, the Rebecca drama was something else. And so, like, Val had enough. Like, listen, this girl is not good for you. She's just, like, she's messing with you. She doesn't care about you. She doesn't treat you right. Like, she is not the one for you. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's not getting stuck in your head that Rebecca is bad for you? Like, she ain't the one. You know. And then Vaughn goes back and says, well, at least she's like upfront about it, you know. At least she's not a liar like you. Like, how are you being a hypocrite telling me she's not the one when you treated Hayden like ish, you know? You treated Hayden terribly. Like, you have no right to talk. And like, once those words left Vaughn's mouth, Valen was silenced. Like, she had nothing to say, because it was true. She treated Hayden terribly. So she just packed up her stuff and left. She's like, you know what, if you're gonna treat me that way, whatever, done. Like, it, like, the truth hurts. It really does. It was something else. It really was. And so they ended up stop talking at that point, and then Vaughn and Rebecca started like mingling again, and that whole thing. And so I guess Vaughn at this point was like, you know what, I wanted to really give their marriage a chance. You know, they're married legally, and maybe it's for a reason. And so he just wanted to give it a fighting chance. So he went back. And while that was going on, our girl said, you know what, I need a new start. So she went ahead and moved into a brand new house that looked stunning. Fun fact for people that are wondering, if you have a Pearson, she actually doesn't live in that house anymore. I moved her again, which you'll see in the next, which you'll see literally in the next, like, when I upload, you'll see the new house that she's living in now. But anyways, oh wow, we're actually almost done. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this part here. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, I'll talk to y'all in the next one. I'm out. Deuces, peace, bye, later. I love y'all. Peace.